Hello friends, welcome to Technical RP. So this video I'm going to show you so how the web recorder will work in through Power Automate desktop application. So I'm creating a new flow. The flow name is web recorder. Just I created. So here you can see. So like any other automation tools, here also you can see a web recorder and desktop recorders are available. So today I'm going to show you the web recorder, how it works. So when we click web recorder, it will immediately ask, so what is the browser you want to use? Edge, it will support Edge, Chrome and Firefox. So soon IE will be expired, so I will use Edge. So I clicked Edge. Now you can see, so Edge browser has been opened. So I started recording and I click Google. So you have to record your own, and once it is completed, you completed all the steps, you have to click the finish to complete the recording. So here I'm clicking COVID test, maybe COVID test near me. So this recorder pop-up will be available here. So what I need to check is here. So I want to get so hospital name as a extract data. So here I clicked, I do I do right click. So I want to get the hospital name. Here you can see, yeah. So it's moving again. So this is the one I need. Right clicked. So I want to extract the element value. So I will extract text. Same way I want to extract address as well. So I do right click. When you do right click, it will ask if you want to extract the value or title, if it is X is true. So all of the details you can set this element as pager. So suppose this has many pages, maybe 1 2 3 4, maybe 10 pages available. In that case, you can set this option and you can take a value of the extracted data. So another option is there, wait until web page. So how it will work, so you are giving COVID test near me as a search text. So it will wait until this page will loaded. Also select parent UA element based things it will work on. So now I need only the text. Okay, extracted text of inner value. So I got it, and simply I'm doing one click. So it will go to the datas. So that's all from my side. I will finish the recording. So here you can see it will started with the launch and get details of the inner text, and now I will take a message box. Here you can see display message box. So this is the option you have to use. to display a message values. Here you can here you can see select variables. So you have to select the variable whether it has so two there is two things you can select the variable. It will automatic this inner text is automatically created variable, and so if you want to assign the inner text to other variables, probably you have to create the input, sorry, you have to create the output variable. For example, so I would create the output variable. The variable type is output, you cannot change, and variable name is str hospital name. So this is my variable name, and I would do yes external name as well real remain same. So I don't want to change the different names, so that would be confusion. So I would be create variable name is str hospital name is same as external name. So just I would create, suppose your variable is sensitive, for example, uh, maybe uh, user data or password kind of stuff, so you can mark as sensitive. This is not sensitive, so I'm disabling and I'm creating a variable. So also you can see, so I'm creating display message instead that this str, so web browser instance variable produced is inner text, instead that I will make it str hospital name. I would save that. Here also I have to change display message as well. So str hospital name. So I would remove inner text. So this is the value. So here hospital name as well, name this one, and this one is inner text 2 is hospital address. So I don't want to change it, I remain it would be the same. So now I will check how the input is coming. Also I will create one more message box for hospital address. So here that is inner text 2. So I would selected, and I would save. Now I want to close this one, and just I will run on it. So every time when you save that, it will give you the message box as well. Now I am running. So just it opened Google. So it created. So here you can see the hospital name, which is having what I needed is having the text box, and this is Sims only I needed hospital name, and here you can see hospital address. So private hospital metro station, this is the address of the Sims hospital. So I got the two values. The third thing is I clicked the Sims hospital, so it clicked and went to the next page. So whatever I expected, this automation has done. So here the main thing is you can easily automate all kind of web applications without any issues if you have proper network and system RAM is properly saturated. Because if any network connectivity issues or any system issues happened, that time only this automation of Power Automate will be failed. So previously, you know very well, Automation Anywhere, Blue Prism, UiPath. So there is different scenarios, but here in Power Automate, it will validate each and everything's in inner level. So there is no need much validation from our side. So up to, so for example, I given here you can see I given COVID test near me. So I didn't given any delays, maybe dynamic delay or static delay, or else I didn't tell anything. Wait until the page is open. So it will innerly work. The all the configuration they have done inner configuration settings as well, and so it is working fine as expected. So this is the difference between other tools and Power Automate. So Microsoft has some of the default settings. So so based on the settings it is working fine. So usually where you are going, there is many settings are available, configurations are available uh, in Power Automate, so easily we can do configuration as well. Here you can see, I will show you where some of the configurations we can do. So here you can see Power Automate desktop. So Power Automate desktop. So here you can see a lot of DLLs and maybe exe files kind of stuffs. So here we have some config files as well. So like automation server exe config and UA automation config. So some of the config files are available. So I will go through some of the config files. So how it would work. Suppose you want to change the uh, settings, some of the settings, maybe command settings, maybe the Windows settings, maybe resolution settings. So these are all the settings we have to do through configuration only. There is many configuration files are available. So I will go through how each and every configuration will work. So the main purpose of Power Automate is there is no code, low code. So here there is we didn't done anything, just we are recording and it is working fine without any issues. So the also here you can create subflows and kind of stuff as well. In further videos, I will show you how we can create subflows, how we can call inside the main flow into the subflow, and how we can publish, and how we can run attended, unattended mode, headless automation. So these kind of things I will update you in further coming videos. Also, here one thing they have done is previously, so we have a lot of when we are automating our UiPath or Blue Prism automations, we used many scriptings. Like suppose I want to get how many folders are available in a zip file. So in that case, I have to go to the VB script. But here, everything has to be inside the system and workstation files. So lot of commands are new commands are available, and file folders. So everything here you can, so whatever previously you achieved through script, now each and everything has been added through Power Automate through the PowerShell script. They innerly they are writing PowerShell script, but in our side there is no code, low code. Um, no code, low code. Here you can see also. Here you can see some new options. Previously, some in UiPath and other automations tools does not support AWS, Azure directly and without coding. But here you can see AWS, Azure, and Cognitive, and IBM, and you can connect with CyberArk. CyberArk is another credential vault storage. Uh, In Blue Prism, there is attribute as available, CyberArk and UiPath is available, but here they we can. use CyberArk direct actions. There you have to write some code and integration. But here you can, without writing the code and all, you can integrate with CyberArk uh, architecture. And so Active Directory, how to connect the server connection, you can create the group. So these are all the things, creating group member, modifying group. So this kind of Active Directory actions doesn't available in other automations like AAB, PRUA path. So this is new thing. Also the CMD session. So opening CMD session, read from CMD session. These direct actions are not available in other automation tool. So, so in further videos we can cover most of the actions items and how it works, and so what would be the reason we have to go with Power Automate instead of other automation tools. So what are the futures? So we can see it one by one. Thanks guys. Thanks for watching this.